Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another Sims Info and Thoughts video. I hope you like that little animation I have there with my social media overlay now. I spent a couple of hours in After Effects trying to get this just to how I want it, and I actually never used After Effects in my life, so yeah, that's how it turned out. But anyways, we did get more news than I expected today, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. First, we got more talk about the future skin tone update in November after my last video went up. Sammy says, "Thanks for telling us. It was really confusing because I personally understood it as the existing ones get like completely fixed. Also, the patch note was confusing because there wasn't something about a November update. But thank you for addressing it." And Simguru Duke responds with, "It was a bit confusing and I understand that frustration. We will try to be more clear about what we are fixing, and also use before and after to help you see what we were focused on and the changes." I already talked about my reaction to Simguru Duke's thread from today in my previous video, but I will say again that it is really strange how this is all turning out, because with the previous statement that they released a few weeks ago, they did say that the update was supposed to fix blotchiness and artifacts on the existing skin tones in the game, and that didn't happen. So that came across as a broken promise to me. So it just seems really strange that they're just saying like, oh, actually, yeah, the November update is going to fix that for real now. So it does come off a bit like just trying to make it seem like, oh, actually, this was the plan all along. You just read it wrong. But yeah, it's very confusing. I'm also really happy to hear that they do plan on doing more before and after images, because not just with the skin tones, but with the hairstyles in the last update, I was confused initially about which hairstyles were changed, though of course once I found the braided hair, that was a pretty obvious one, and then with the short afro, it was less so. So I think it would be really great if they could attach images to the patch notes when necessary for things like skin tone changes or hair updates, so that there's no confusion. There's no room to be like, wait, which hairstyles got changed again? No, you'll just see, okay, it's this specific one, and they could show the thumbnail in Create a Sim. After that reply to Sammy, Simmerwill said, "Maybe a blog would be more worthwhile than having this communicated through tweets, either by yourself, Simguru Lindsay, or Simguru Frost." This is exactly what Plumbella was describing in her recent video as a reply to the skin tones. We need more clear communication, not hidden in tweets. And Simguru Duke replied saying, "We are working on a blog as well, but those take longer, especially since we localize them into many languages. This is a first look, not the only information." I'm very glad to hear this too, because things can get lost pretty easily in Twitter, and I know I've gotten several comments in the past thanking me for gathering many tweets, especially when there's new information about the latest expansion pack and it's not in a trailer or a blog post, it's just a reply from a certain Simguru saying, oh yeah, this certain thing is confirmed. So yeah, definitely helpful for especially something like this with the skin tone updates, that they do put it on a blog post where it is easier to see at any time and not just the day that the person says something. Next, Therodistia asked, "Can you provide us some color swatches which you will add in December? I hope that you will also add some light skin tones. Unfortunately, we native Europeans have a low representation too." And Simguru Duke says, "We have not finished our selection process yet, but we will share in advance of the update. More to come." That does have me a bit concerned that we're in mid-October, the update's supposed to come out in December for additional skin tones, and they haven't completely finished selecting what the skin tones are gonna be. Well, hopefully they finish them real soon then, because they did say that they are supposed to give us a progress update on the December update in late October or early November. SimGuru Duke also addressed something that I've been asking for a very long time, which is body hair. Big Leaf 12 asked, will any of you ever acknowledge that body hair is also a necessity for correctly presenting the diversity of human beings in The Sims 4? Please, let's have actual full diversity. And SimGuru Duke says, I agree. We need to deliver on body hair and many other things to achieve our goal of diversity. No one or even 10 updates are going to fix diversity. We will keep making progress and keep adding to the game. It is a long road. In my opinion, body hair is something that should have been in The Sims 4 when it first came out. Even though we did not get body hair until The Sims 3, alongside the Generations expansion pack in a free update, I think body hair should just now become one of those standard features. It just doesn't make sense to have to wait for something like that. At least with something like Seasons, even though that should be in the base game as well, that's far more complicated, and I can understand the extra work that would have to go into a feature like that. But body hair? Yeah, I think that definitely should be put into the game. I have been using custom content body hair for quite a while now, but I think it should be officially part of the game and have its own sort of subsection within Create a Sim, so that they're not lumped into like the same layer as tattoos or accessories or something like that. Just be its own entire section, just like how it was in The Sims 3, and be able to decide what regions of the body are hairy or not as hairy. But one thing they definitely need to fix this time is to have the body hair available for all Sims, because in The Sims 3, it was only available for males. Females were left out, so that was a pretty odd exclusion, so hopefully that does not happen again. But seeing SimGuru Duke respond to that specific request about body hair makes me think that it is more a when than an if for body hair, that we will get it eventually. I guess that would be pretty cool if we did somehow manage to get it by the end of this year, because I think in November there is going to be other stuff besides the skin tone fixes, because that's when I'm expecting the next expansion pack to come out, and typically there are at least a couple of big additions to the game alongside a new expansion pack. So I don't know, maybe they could put body hair in then, but if not, hopefully next year. The last thing we're going to talk about is the new Spark Challenge. Yeah, it's already out. I thought I was already being overly optimistic, thinking that it would be here next week, but no, it already started on the 16th. And the theme this time around is creature creation, running from October 16th until November 2nd. Makes sense with Halloween right around the corner. Going over the stylist category, it says, unleash a whole new world full of mystery, mischief, and maybe a little mayhem. Let's make some magic. Create a one-of-a-kind creature that has never been seen before in the Sims 4 game. Style your new life state using the everyday outfit category. The Sim's last name will be where you identify the creature type. The base of the Sim can be any of the current life states that can be found in the game, but make it your own. DLC not required. Then for the builders, they say imagine a magical world where mystical creatures live and create a place they would call home. Can be on a mountaintop or on a completely different planet. This is where your creature should feel most at home. Be original and surprise us. Finally, for the storytellers, tell a tale of mystery and magic with one-of-a-kind creatures living in your imagination. Share your creature creation story. Feel free to base your story on an existing mythical creature, an occult life state explored by past Sims games, or something dreamed up by you. Keep in mind that the creature should feel new and unique. Story ideas to get you started, origin story, where they live, what they do, or anything else that showcases what makes this creature unique. The deadlines for this round of Sparked include the submission window, which starts from 10 a.m. Pacific Time, October 16th, to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, November 2nd, 2020. And then the voting window is from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, October 23rd, to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on November 6, 2020. I will leave a link to the rules in the video description below. They are the same as the previous 2 times. So for sims and builds, you have to submit them to the gallery because there is a specific Spark section for that. And then for storytellers, you have to submit your creations through YouTube, and then there's a form you fill out on the EA website where you put the link to your YouTube video, your EA account ID, and the name of your creation. I think this Spark Challenge is my favorite theme so far. Appeals to me, absolutely, because I do love playing as the cults pretty often in The Sims. So I am looking forward to seeing what people will create. And that wraps up another Sims Info and Thoughts video, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments section below on what we discussed here, including the skin tone update, the new Spark Challenge, and how badly you want body hair to be in the game. And be sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with my latest content from The Sims, Paralive, Sonic the Hedgehog, and more. So I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!